Hey everyone, Danny here with Into Fly Fishing, and we are going to take a look at the Redington Escape Zip waders. I took these up to northern Arizona and gave them a really great test in some cool temperatures and some runoff water, and I'm excited to tell you guys my thoughts. So sit back and enjoy the review. So the Redington Escape Zip waders are perfect for fly anglers. They were created with us in mind. A lot of companies will make waders and they can do multi-purpose things, and these can, but these were made with us in mind. And they can work in a variety of weather conditions. These waders are made up of a DWR, fully sealed, fully weatherproof, waterproof material. So the upper portion of these waders, essentially from about the middle of your stomach and up, is made up of 3 layers of material. Now, what's nice about that is if you're fishing a warm weather day but in a cold tailwater, you can keep your upper body a little cooler. You don't have to wear as many layers, and just the material on the waders aren't going to heat you up too much. Now, if it's a cold weather day, you can layer up, throw on the wading jacket, and you'll be plenty warm. But if it's a warmer weather day, you don't have to worry as much about being too warm with just the waders on. And the lower portion of these waders, so basically from the middle of the stomach down, is 4 layers. And this is obviously the part that's going to be in the water more. So if you're in that cold water on a warm day, your legs and torso will stay quite warm while your upper body has a little bit more room to breathe. So just a nice design feature that Redington thought of to just keep us comfortable. And the booties on this are 3mm neoprene, and I fish these in runoff in 40-degree weather, so the water is about as cold as you can get, and my feet did not feel cold at all whatsoever throughout the day. It was a nice, comfortable feeling with it. I really didn't even feel the temperature of the water. My legs didn't get too hot, didn't get too cold. The booties were a nice fit to my foot. They didn't feel too boxy in my wading boot. I slid them in comfortably. I was able to walk around, didn't feel any rubbing, didn't feel anything uncomfortable by any means, and I just had basically athletic socks on underneath, so not much separating me from the frigid water. And yeah, I really didn't feel that temperature at all. And just the general makeup of everything else on these waders, the clasps themselves are very high quality. You don't have to worry about those breaking, and they're a bit smaller than you would find on a traditional wader. You actually, all you have to do is, they're basically an easy clasp in and out, not that bulky, hard plastic feel clasp. These ones slide in and out nicely. The zippers themselves are fully waterproofed, fully sealed, corrosion proof. Even that front zip on the front here, you don't have to worry about getting stuck or getting water through. Obviously, that can be a intimidating feature for anglers because they don't know if water's going to seep through and get them wet. And it's not super easy to zip up the zipper by any means, but it's simple enough, and it gives you that confidence that no water's going to get through there. And if you want to cover up the zipper, there's a little button at the top here. Keep yourself clasped in nicely and you're good to go. So overall, just a really solid feel, and that's not surprising from Redington. They've been around for years, they're well respected, and they really knocked them out of the park with these Escape Zip waders. Now, comfortability. We spend a lot of time in waders as fly anglers, whether it's the start of the spring, late in the fall, or we're just fishing a tailwater in the middle of the summer. We spend a lot of time in these, so we need them to be comfortable. And you'll buy a lot of waders from companies that just feel kind of tough, rigid, don't really adapt to you. And that's not the case with these. First of all, they're just a comfortable wader. I camped out in my truck the night before I was fishing, and I almost put these on because I was a little bit cold, and I knew I'd stay warm and I could still sleep. I wouldn't feel like I was anything was sticking to my skin, or I felt like I couldn't move around. These are just a comfortable, good feeling wader. And they look good too. They're a bit slimmer fit. I'm a skinny guy. I'm 6 foot tall, 165 pounds. A lot of waders, I can fit both legs in one leg of waders, but these have a nice slimming fit to them. The zipper here helps, so if that helps slim things as well. And you have an elastic band on the inside here that you can tighten or loosen to fit and tighten things up around the chest a little bit more. So a feature I actually have never seen in waders before, and Redington again thought of it quite nicely. Just a nice feel. Doesn't feel too heavy, doesn't feel too light. I didn't really notice I had them on after I put them on 10 minutes. It was just kind of a normal part of my outfit. So as far as comfort level is concerned, they're soft, breathable, great just feel to it, and I will absolutely continue to wear these as much as I possibly can. Comfortability can be a huge factor in choosing waders, but I think what sets different companies apart are the features they provide on their waders. Now, first of all, like I said, the clasps, these do not feel bulky by any means. They're kind of a nice small appearance on there. Don't stick out, don't fold over because they're so heavy. They're sleek, nicely designed. But the thing that sets these waders apart from any other that I have tested or owned are the warming pockets on the front here. First, they were designed so they do not get caught on oars. We've all been there floating, we're ready to start rowing, and we push one right into our pocket, it gets stuck, we either rip a pocket, lose the flow, all of those things. These were designed with that in mind. So as you can see, there's basically a flap that covers it. So you have to pull it back and then kind of slide your hand underneath and get into the waders themselves. Now, great, smart feature, but what they do have as well are the fleece line on the inside. Now, you do not often see fleece lined pockets in waders. Basically, they just keep this waterproof fabric, they add a layer to it, you can stick your hands inside of it, that's the end of the day. But Redington went above and beyond, put some fleece in there, so that was perfect for that really cold day I was fishing. I was either done changing a fly, releasing a fish, whatever I was doing, slide my hands in my pockets quick and warm up, and then I was ready to go. Also, there's a nice D-ring on the back here, the center of the back. You can hook up your net to it, you can let it hang down. A nice feature that you need to have, especially if you don't want to carry around a backpack while you're on the water. You can just hook your net up to it, unclasp it, scoop your fish, do what you need to do. You have the elastic waist weighting belt there, easy to adjust, and again, not a huge presence on the wader, just a nice little sleek design. Then of course you have your gravel guards on your booties here. Clasp the guard to your laces so you don't have to worry about anything getting in your boot, making things uncomfortable. And last but not least, you have an internal pocket in these waders here. So if you have any sort of valuables, and it's not tiny. A lot of companies put like a tiny little pocket you can barely fit your keys in. You could easily fit a phone as well as keys in there, zip it on up, and you don't have to worry about anything falling or getting in the way as you're trying to fish. Keep your prized possessions close to the chest and access them easily if you need. So for as far as features are concerned, Redington does a great job, especially with this zipper. Now this zipper is a kind of a new, unique thing for me. I really didn't know what to expect when I put them on. And the more I had it, the nicer it was. So just for the ease of putting the waders on and taking them off, you could just unzip yourself, roll them down, and out you go. So that was a nice feature as well. If you just wanted a little bit of breathing room, you could unzip and let the waders hang open, get some airflow in there if it got to be quite warm. And lastly, if you filled your waders you could obviously unhook yourself, unclasp yourself, but you could also unzip yourself, which was a feature I never really had thought of. And the more and more I thought of it and thought about using it, the smarter it became. Just unclasp yourself, unzip yourself, and then your waders will kind of naturally fall off you, if anything. So great idea. And then if you're filled and your wading belt's keeping things in, just unzipping, that water's going to fall out and make it much easier to move around. So Redington had comfort as well as safety in mind when they designed these waders, especially with that zipper on the front. Now these waders are going to cost you $300. For high performance waders, that's really nothing. Redington sells much more expensive waders and some more affordable waders. So these are kind of their middle of the road waders, and from what I have tested in my time and worn, I will put these at the top of my list. The design of them, the fit of them, the comfort level of them, all surpass other waders that I own. And for someone that likes to wear more slimming fit clothing, I always struggle to find waders that work for me, and Redington had that in mind. They just fit nicely on me. They aren't too baggy, aren't too tight, and for someone that's 6 foot, 165 pounds, that's not easy to find. I wear a size medium, but they have all sorts of different sizes. You can do regular medium, medium short, medium long, and then they go everything from small to extra large sizes depending on what you need. And they have a full chart on their website to help you with your sizing and whatever you need. But for $300, a set of high performance waders, I would highly recommend the Redington Escape Zip waders. And if you liked what you saw today, make sure to hit that subscribe button on our YouTube page, and I really appreciate you guys watching.